Here with a new survival video, and today I'm going to be showing you through the things that I've made over the summer. Okay, so starting off over here, start with the bag that I wove. So this is made with Gourd, and as you can see, the bag, I wove this whole part together, and then I wove this part separately, and I tied it on. And it goes on, well, this is a piece of yew wood, and it works as my button. So here's like a snare, and it just goes like this. And then you just tighten it, and then it won't come out. Okay. Here is it. Now I'm gonna go try it on. Here's the back. Okay, now we'll move on. And if you want to see anything of these made, subscribe, like, and put it in the comments what you want to see be made. And here is just a mat that I was weaving. It was supposed to be a scabbard for one of the knives that I made, but I ran out of cord, so that's it. Right now it's just a small mat. And then moving on here are some of the figure 4 deadfalls that I made. And if you want to see these made in a video and see how they work, just leave it in the comments and we'll get to it. And now moving here, this is my backpack. It's woven with pieces of dogwood, maple, and mulberry. And the one thing that I didn't know, this is Virginia creeper vine, and I used to not be allergic to it. Then something happened. I got a rash going all the way up my arm over here, going here, on my hands, my legs too. Over here it was going on my leg, and then it went away, and then ever since I've still been going out always, and since there's so much of it there, I just kept walking through it and nothing's been happening. Well, nothing's really been happening. And then moving over here, this is a bow drill for bow drill fires. So this goes like this. This is the fireboard. This is a spindle. And this is the bow. And then it works like this. So this is pine, this is maple, and then this is another piece of pine, and this is just a piece of mulberry that I had. So you just keep going like this until the fire happens. Okay, now we'll keep moving down. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. This is a skunk skull that I found, and I've made it into a necklace. Now it's my necklace. Do you guys like it? Okay, and moving on, here is some arrows. These ones, these are ones that I'm working on. Here's one of the, I was making a compound arrow. Here's the hole drilled in. And I made it out of dogwood, and dogwood is a very good material for arrows. And here is some arrows that I've bought. This one's a compound arrow because the tip screws off, and you could screw it back on. So if you shoot something and the head gets lodged in, oh look, it's a little slug.
Oh, the camera has to adjust to some stuff close.
Yeah. So here's a little slug crawling on my arrow. And this one, so if you shoot it in something, it gets stuck in a piece of bone, you could unscrew the shaft, and when you're skinning the whole animal, you get that out later. And here is my spear. As it should be taller than your head. And then here is a fishing spear. If you want to see this made, just tell me, and we could get down to doing it. It's made out of dogwood, and it's split at the end. And as I showed you, to use it, the fish comes through, and then you spear it, and you have to push all the way to the down to the floor, and then you could get it back up, and you should put barbs in it too. Here's something. This is I love this weapon. It's an Atlatl, or a spear thrower. Okay, now we'll go test it out on that. Oh, not too straight up front. Straighten it. That's a lot straighter. So this is dogwood, and this is a piece of yew wood that I just carved out like that. Okay. So if that would be a rabbit, and I've been practicing with it, and I like how it goes. Does that hit around right there? There are little dents in it. Oh well, look at that! The rain's coming soon. But the good thing about this weapon is how simple it's made. Oh yeah, now I just remembered. If you go over like this, yeah, these are.
Where it hit, right?
Oh yeah, right there. Now one thing of what you're not supposed to do when you're using an Atlatl is you're always supposed to go like this. And if you go over like that, it's gonna send it flying from up here instead of from right here. Oh wow. It's getting really windy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then here is the PVC type of bow that I made. It pulls about 40 pounds. That's enough to kill a deer, an illegal deer. And here's an adze that I made. The thing that always happens with an adze, the heads always move. But these would, this is a really big adze that I made. It's made out of a piece of mulberry. Oh, and I never didn't see this before. When I was working with it, something might have happened. It was drying and it cracked down like here.
I just heard some lightning.
Some thunders. We'll get this done by the time it's published. And you could use these for shaping canoes. Get the log in between your legs and just keep going like that, and it scrapes it off. Here's a stone hatchet. Another slugs on the hatchet.
Sweat around the slug.
Yeah. So here's a hatchet that I've made. Put feathers on for decoration. It's it's a celt, and since this part is pounded through here, and it's a very nice hatchet. The way the celt works is each time it gets hit, it gets pushed further in and gets more secure. And if you want to get it out, just take like a big stick and go like that.
Hey!
But I'd have to hit it on a log if it should be more secure. And then here
Whoa!
is
Got my hand in the screen.
Here's a digging stick. It works like a shovel. You dig with it. And then here is the another slug is on this. Look at another slug's now crawling on my hands.
Ew.
Gross. So
Weird.
go flick it down onto the grass. Off. Okay, it's off. And it wasn't harmed. Maybe it was.
I see where
Maybe it got a mini concussion. We don't know. Maybe now it's gonna go to the slug hospital.
Oh, there's another slug.
Here's one there. This is my hatchet that I made. I'm splitting it down and just tying it on with some cord, and it works good. There. Then here is an axe head that I made. I'm gonna put it on a shaft soon. Oh yeah, and here is something I'm still working on, but it works fine as how it is. It's a mortar and pestle. So this is a piece of yew wood that I would use to just, if I would put corn in, I just go like that. Or you could use a stone instead. And just grind whatever is down in it. It's made out of a piece of mulberry. And then here's just some rope that I have. I made it out of mulberry, and something that happens, since mulberry, when it's wet, it's soft and pliable, but as soon as it starts to dry, it gets so rough. So when I was making it, it started to dry up, and then I kept doing it. It almost cut my finger over here. And here's just a leather pad. here's a spoon that I burnt my initials into it, PJ. And it's made out of yew wood. And at the time I was doing this, so I just got this piece out from, because I have a yew tree on my yard. And so I just kept carving it. And it came out good. But the thing is, yew, it has, as you can see, well, I'm not sure if it's showing up on the camera, but it has like some kind of natural glaze on it. So it's hard to carve, and your carving tools kept slipping. And then I ended up getting cut around here, all over when I was using it. Here's just some arrowheads that I have. Well, these are knife head blades for small knives. Here's another one. Here's another one. But here are 2 arrowheads that I made. So they're made out of different kinds of glass. And then here's a knife that I've made. A small little patch knife, if you call it. And then here is my dagger. I really like how this one came out. And they cut like real knives. This is one of my, well, this one, I love how it came out. How it was going. This is a yew wood handle. Well, this is yew wood. This one is, I think it's ash, so is this one. But this one I made with yew wood. And how I wanted it is the handle is smaller, and then the blade gets bigger as it goes out. And I'm really happy with it. And these are all made with glass. Which is one thing when you're making knives out of glass is to pressure flake it instead of using a bobber, because the boppers will break it.
Just to be clear, these ones aren't illegal. Some daggers are illegal.
Well, yeah.
In our state.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at that
so
wind blowing it.
Make sure it doesn't
Yeah.
blow the feathers.
To carry daggers legally, in some places you might need a purpose of
Or a permit.
yeah, but this, I don't think it would, you could probably legally carry these around. And here's another knife that I made when I was flint knapping. Just a triangular piece broke off of the glass. It's the same glass that's used for here. And I tied it on a feather, because feathers, whenever you tie something on, it makes it look extremely cool. Here's a piece of yew wood that I put here, so when you're cutting, the knife blade doesn't go back, but it holds on. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, these are only secured on with leather, and they don't move at all. This one's just secured on with leather too. So is this one. And these cut like real knives, as I said before. But you could slide your hand like that, and it's not going to cut it. But if you apply any pressure, it'll probably cut you open. So,
be careful.
Yeah, be careful. Because you can make glass really sharp, but you could put and stuff. But as soon as you start applying pressure to things, we were just cutting some stuff with this, and it cuts through bread just like a real knife. You don't see any of the marks from here. It cuts clean through. And
bread.
Yeah. And then later, the cameraman, he had some bread out. You want to see how
Really
we
mad.
cut it through, and because we thought he wasn't gonna eat anymore, and he ended up eating the bread after he took a bite, and then we told him that he had this into this part.
Yeah, I got really mad. It probably had AIDS or something.
No, I don't think it did, because it's made with table glass. And it has cool designs on it. And then here's some knives that I've made with a quarter. So this is a quarter that I've hit so much with a hammer, and then I sharpened it on a sharpening stone and put it on a yew wood stick, and they came out really cool. Here's another one. They all secured on with half hitch. They look really, really cool. And, well, I like all of my knives that I made. And these are, if you have a quarter and you're in a survival situation, just pound it down and sharpen it on a quartz, because quartz works as a sharpening stone. And then there you have a knife. And then if you don't know what kind of feather this is, well, my aunt gave this to me, and it's eagle feather.
Can I feel it?
It's really fragile. It's unlike the Canadian goose's feathers, which you could slide up like that. Separates no problem.
Yeah, this feather.
But this one, if you slide it up, as you can see, I'm doing this really gently because I don't want to break it because it's that fragile.
Pretty smooth though. I like it.
See, they don't move. They're all connected together. This is in really good condition, too. Okay. So, this is the things that I've been making. And if you want to see any of these made, just tell me in the comment section. And if you want to see anything else that I didn't make, just tell me and I can make it. And it's one thing. I didn't put it on this backpack. I'll show you how it goes on. So, it's custom made for me. That's how I made it, my size.
Oh, you dropped a feather.
That's fine.
2.
Oh no, a stick fell.
Oh, that
yeah.
looked like a feather.
Okay.
A
Here's
third
how it
stick
fits on.
fell.
This is my own design. I thought of it. Like I saw how some people had a basket and then some people had the egg thing, so I just put it together and then I made it. I should probably use a different strap because mulberry is really, really rough. So you can't really see it, but it scratched up my arm. Well, some of these pieces of wood fell out. I'm gonna have to probably redo that whole bottom part. But if you like anything, subscribe, say what you want in the comments, and see you all next time. All right, bye.